What some people may or may not remember is that interpretations or reinterpretations when it comes to fragrances has been around forever. And we also got to keep in mind that a lot of these perfumers and brands do it internally. So in this case, when I got introduced to Prada Luna Rosa Black, blew my doors off. Super sexy, powdery, mass appealing, loved by the ladies, and really a sleeper to me, because before I watched the YouTube video of all the ladies in Fragcom talking about this fragrance, I would have never purchased it. But when you look into a particular fragrance that you like, you end up falling into an internet wormhole, discovering that this was not the original inspiration.
What?
This was not the initial concept. This was an afterthought years later by the same brand. Well, I purchased a sample of what I heard is the original concept, the brainchild behind Prada Luna Rosa Black in the Prada line. Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can check out Prada's Cargo de Nuit.
In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. So from what I heard on the internet wormhole was Prada Cargo de Nuit Olfactories, which is their private blend line. More pricey, but this was the original brainchild or inspiration. It came from for Prada Luna Rosa Black, which is readily available in all the major department stores. So sometimes these brands do this. They take the same concept, maybe water it down, maybe put up some other notes that have a little bit more hype behind it, and turn it into grenades like this was. So I just got this fragrance, and it's not my first impressions, it's a first wear, and unfortunately it came in this dumb dropper. But Cargo de Nuit was hovering around that $300 mark, and it's kind of difficult to find on the gray market. But let me tell you about my experience wearing this for one full day. Let me put it on now as well. I can't stand these dropper things, like, it's a waste. So you do pinpoint the similarities, but in such a smooth, refined way. Like, to me, I feel that Prada Luna Rosa Black, they just bumped up everything else to the 20th power. All the synthetics and all the mass appeal nuances, they just kicked them up in a way to attract more people or potentially attract the youth. Make it a much more commercially viable, louder scent profile. But this one, the Cargo de Nuit, is butter throughout. It's hot knife through butter. There's a milkiness about this fragrance that is so seductive that I can understand why they wanted to reinterpret this for a more mass appeal audience. It smells like a golden amber and musky powderness. Like the orris in here is just so inviting and so comforting. There's no sharpness in this fragrance. It's so melodically composed off of my skin that I love what it does. Now, it doesn't pop off the skin dramatically, and I feel that has something to do with it being a dropper, and the sprayer I feel just helped disperse the fragrance accordingly and aerate it in a way that its true performance and its true chemistry is realized through that aeration process. But to say that I don't want a full bottle of this shit, I'd be lying out of my teeth. Now, the Cargo de Nuit does have elements of more femininity to it than the Prada Luna Rosa Black. It is a proper unisex fragrance based on that smoothness. I'm gonna use smooth a ton of times in this video because that's in fact what this fragrance is. Massively smooth. Now, both of these fragrances have a place of their own. They're not identical, but they are very similar. But the thing is that one is more turned up, loud, and let's get crazy, and the other one shows this level of refinement and sophistication that I feel that there's a place for both. But I can't help feel that the Cargo de Nuit is so much smoother and butterier and richer off of the skin. It's so much more refined. It's detailing that classic car to its showroom finish. This one is modifying a very nice car with a body kit and aftermarket wheels, but when the original designer decided to let this beast out, it didn't need the rims or the body kit. It was perfect the way it was constructed. But this has more of the mass appeal, crowd-pleasing scent, not to mention the price tag. For me, Cargo de Nuit is Prada Luna Rosa with more structure, more body, more uniformity, more thought. I can't speak on its performance because the Luna Rosa Black's performance was incredible off the skin. This one being a blotter, I can't really judge performance on that. I did wear it the whole day and it was very skin scentish, but it needs to aerate. It needs to spray for it to come alive. But this joint is a beautiful scent profile, and I want a full bottle. So for me, Cargo de Nuit is absolutely a ball sprayer. Unfortunately, I can't spray spray my balls. I can only dap them up a little bit, but this joint is incredible, and I see why they went with this DNA, but I kind of prefer this one a little bit more. Even Prada does their clone or interpretation, as most of the fragrance brands do. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Have you smelled both of these fragrances, and which one would you select? I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.